Hi there. This is the third of 4 episodes on making this hollow form, a maple hollow form with a maple finial, and the finial is ebonized with India ink. Now today we're going to show how to do the threading. We've got male threads here, a female insert put in the hollow form, and we'll take a look at doing that right now. I have a small block of maple, 2 inches square and 3 inches long. My intention is to put this between centers, turn it round, put a tenon on one end so I can put it into a 4-jaw chuck, and then drill a 1-inch hole through the center, which I'm going to thread. I'm threading this using a jig I got from chefware kits. The cutter for the jig goes in a Jacob's chuck, which is then in my headstock. As it spins, I'll be advancing this forward, and the number of threads here dictates the thread count that will be in there.
The instructions say that the wood should be advanced slowly and steadily, and the cutter turning at the highest speed. I had the cutter turning at 2000 RPM, but noticed that there was some burning going on in the wood, so I slowed it back down to 1250. Backing the wood off with the cutter turning helps clean the debris from the threads.
The instructions say I have to measure across this diameter and add 35 thousandths of an inch. This is 1.035, so I need to make the male part 1.07 inches. I have a 2-inch square block on here. I'm going to turn it round, put a tenon on one end, put the tenon into a 4-jaw chuck, and then turn it down to the 1.07 inches I need. That way I can put that chuck onto the jig and put the threads on the exterior to make the male threaded part. Easier said than done, no doubt. Alright, I'm not quite happy with this. There's some chip out in here. The female threads do thread on there. That works nicely. But I think I can do a better job on the male threads than that, so I'm going to part this off right here and try it again. See if I can't do a better job.
Watching this whole process again in real time could be a real drag, so we'll speed right through it.
Much nicer. Much nicer threads. Fits good. I'm happy. With the second effort, these threads came out a lot nicer. Now I want to put this on. And I'm going to try parting this off with it still on there, using the male threads to hold this steady, we hope. Right about there should do it. To avoid an unfortunate accident here, I think I'll cut that off by hand. Now the reason I want this left on here is that I need to turn this down to fit the opening in the hollow form. And I do believe this is going to be steady enough. I guess we'll find out. The opening in the hollow form I made with 1.5 inch bit. Then I sanded it a bit so it's a little larger than that. I've locked my calipers in at 1.6 inches. At that point, I will start to trial and error fit this until it fits perfectly into the opening in the hollow form. And then I will part off so I have just a 1/4 inch thick piece to go in there. Well, I think that's worked out nicely. That should be able to fit in there, do a good job. I'll just need to sand this side down for the top, and I'm ready to go. Now I'm left with more female threads and the male threads just to part off of here, and I can use those under the lower finial. They're long enough, plenty long enough in fact. Great.
I need to clean this end up as it will be visible when the finial is removed.
I'll just clean that off with a chisel and it'll be ready to glue in.
Just a little quick sanding on the face of the female threaded insert.
I have the threaded insert in here, just a dry fit to make sure it's going to work. Fits very nicely. Now I'm going to put a plastic bag in here just in case any glue should happen to drip. I don't want it on the bottom of the vessel. Now a little glue around the edge.
Time to glue the male threads to the lower finial.
Well, that worked out nicely. I'm very happy with that threading jig. There are other ways to do that, less expensive. You can get hand tools for thread chasing. I have no experience with them. I understand there's a learning curve involved, but you could give those a try if you like. I've left the stem in here because I'm putting it back on the lathe to wax on the bottom part. The India ink that's going to be finished here, I don't want it coming around and coating that. Hopefully with the wax I'll be able to just wipe it off if any gets around there. So that's it for this episode. On the next one I'm going to do the top part of the finial. I hope you'll come back for that. If you enjoyed this, click the like button. Feel free to subscribe and have a great day in your shop. Thanks for watching.